Hello News, it's your girl Dereka J here, and we are on location at the American Black Film Festival in Miami Beach. And y'all see who we got today. The amazing, the hilarious, the incomparable Miss Courtney Taylor. Y'all, okay, so Courtney, I already told her we besties in my mind, but we're gonna make it solidified today in real life, okay?
I love this.
She's guest starred on things like Insecure, Abbott Elementary, but now she's gonna be co-starring on Amazon Prime's latest Ballard. Yes! Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I super appreciate it.
How does it feel?
Unreal.
Unreal.
I can't even believe that we filmed that. Like, and now that it's about to come out and everybody's about to see this amazingly deep and beautiful show that we created,
Yes.
It's going to be so amazing.
Yes. And so we know you, like I said, from Insecure and from things like Abbott Elementary, but we seen you as a guest star on there. Now we're coming into this co-star. You're a series regular.
Yeah.
How did, being on these ensemble casts with people like Issa, Quinta, Cheryl, like how did that prepare you to step into this limelight?
Well, I will say it allowed me to knock off the jitters of being around great actors and actresses. Being with Issa and her crew of like insanely talented people, while also then being on Abbott and then going to Shrinking. Like, I was always working with like skilled, legendary people in the game, which was always so wonderful, and just prepared me for any. I think it just fully prepared me for any role that I was going to have next.
Yeah.
And now that I'm on this kind of dramatic, this completely different show, and like, with more lines and kind of in-depth characters, I was happy to have those really fun and exciting roles.
Yes.
I think it just prepared me like, okay, I'm ready for that next best thing, because I haven't had it yet and I really wanted to dive in.
Yes.
So I think it just prepared me in a way where I was like, okay, I've done the comedy, I love the comedy, I know what a set should feel like with the number one and everybody else.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna go to set and bring that same energy, especially in the down times where it doesn't have to be all drama all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, we know you from your comedy because you are hilarious. When I tell you on Instagram when she pulled out that bag and you had stuff already ready, I'm like, I need to put that in my bag. So what did you pull out of your actor toolkit to come into this drama and be like, I'm gonna show y'all I can be funny, but I can also be very serious. I can bring drama, I can bring you energy, I can bring you emotion.
What I pulled out, it was a lot of me having to dive deeper into the character. Like, I think it's so much easier for me to find myself in a lot of the comedic roles, but for this dramatic role, I really had to dive deeper into this character, into Parker, to see where I could fit in and bring myself into it and what it would feel like for me to go through these same circumstances.
Yeah.
So I did have to go in and really write down the thoughts of each of the character, write down the thoughts behind every single thing that I do, which was really fun for me because I kind of really got to dive into the script in a way that I haven't done before.
Yeah.
And it made me understand the character more, understand everybody else around me more, and just really fully tell the story in its glory. So it was really fun to do that.
Yeah. And you're playing Parker here. She's a detective on the show.
Yes.
How do you think Parker is going to relate to the rest of us? I know you say you had to pull from yourself, but how do you think that relatability will transform and transfer across the screen?
I think it will do a really good job of doing that because I think it's showcasing what a Black woman goes through in certain roles, like especially whether it's outside of acting, in any position that you get, there's always that little bit of like, she's a Black woman, can she be taken seriously? Is she good at her job? Like, why is she here? Da, 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 da. So I think I was able to bring apart that into the storyline and showcase this really flawed but also very talented and very, a woman who's really good at her job and like cares about this job in a way like that you don't really get to see that often, especially in the police force. I think we're always seeing one side of the police, but seeing it in this way, I think, in my personal opinion, kind of healed me.
Yes.
So I hope it does the same thing for everybody else.
Yes, I hope so too. Because as Black people, we have a very interesting relationship when it comes to the police. Yes, so I'm so happy you got to do this. I'm so happy and so excited to see how we heal, seeing you heal.
Yeah, it was really worthwhile. I think I got to talk to different police officers who were like so adamant about protecting and very, very serious about their jobs and understanding the flaws in the police department and pushing themselves away from it and calling it out when necessary. Yeah. And I think that allowed me to think of it completely differently. And I was like, dang, I was thinking it one track mind, rightfully so, because I've seen a lot of trauma, but seeing it this way allowed me to completely change my view of my character in the show. So
a different perspective.
A different perspective was
I love
perfect.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last question.
Okay.
Of course, we're here in Miami.
Yes.
I am a Miami native, born and raised,
Okay.
about 25 minutes outside of the beach.
Okay.
But a lot of people from where I'm from in the areas don't really come to ABFF because they think it's industry. They think it's just Hollywood.
Oh.
They don't really know what it has to offer. So what would you say to someone watching this interview and maybe considering coming to ABFF in 2026?
I would tell them that it's for everyone. I
Yeah.
think you have an opportunity to hear different voices, different perspectives, while also looking at new and exciting projects that are either on the way or being created. I think any type of person can come and get inspired by the conversations that even we're going to be having with scene stealers and talk about your different journey, whether it has to do with acting or what you want to do in the next step of your life and how it can push you to kind of step out of your comfort zone. I think ABFF, everybody should be trying to come to ABFF. I feel like it's an opportunity for everybody to grow, to communicate, like to network, and just find something that inspires you.
Y'all heard her. Get your butts here next year, okay? Thank you so much, Courtney. We're looking forward to all the amazing things you have. And y'all check out Ballard on Amazon Prime.
July 9th.